so forgetful, but you always remind me you're the only one who brings me peace. You're the only one who brings me peace. I'm so forgetful, but you always remind me you're the only one who brings me peace. You're the only one who brings me peace. So I come, Lord, I come, I come. Lord, I come to tell you I love you, to tell you I need you, to tell you there's no better place for me than in your arms, to tell you I'm sorry for running in circles, for placing my focus on the waves, not on your face. You're the only one who brings me peace. You're the only one who brings me peace. I'm so forgetful, but you always remind me you're the only one who brings me peace. You're the only one who brings me peace. So I come, Lord, I come, I come. Lord, I come to tell you I love you, to tell you I need you, to tell you there's no better place for me than in your arms, to tell you I'm sorry for running in circles, for placing my focus on the waves, not on your face. You're the only one who brings me peace. You're the only one who brings me peace in the storm. In the storm, I'm so forgetful, but you always remind me you're the only one who brings me peace. You're the only one who brings me peace.
Hey, good morning, everybody. Happy Friday. Um, Happy Friday. It is a beautiful day. Um, Pastor G, how's it going, brother? Love you, man. Nikki, good morning. Good morning. My dad's on. Steve, good morning. Brian, awesome. God, we got a good crew today. So this is Living Sent. We live missionally, guys. So everything that we're talking about. Bert, love you, man. Good morning. Thanks for joining. So we live missionally. We live on mission. We believe that we are. My mom's on. Hey, man, everybody's on. There's your son. Come on, guys. We're popping this morning. All right. So, but we live on mission, and um, as so Livingston is all about equipping, encouraging, commissioning, you name it. We talk about it. And for the next couple of weeks, I kind of want to talk through some of those tough questions that we get when we're out there, right? Because we believe it's a lifestyle, right? Like we live missionally, and so it's not like, hey, we're saving up for a mission trip down the road. But no, man, every time we go out of our house, every time we clock in at work, wherever we are, that's our mission field, right? Because God has strategically salted the earth with you and me, brothers and sisters like us, to be light, to be lights in dark places, and to point people back to Him. And so, while we're out there, while we're getting our groceries and talking, we're going to be running into folk. We're going to be running into folk that have tough questions that maybe we haven't even wrestled out in our own spirits, and I wanted to, for the next couple of weeks, kind of answer some of those questions, or do my best to kind of give some understanding on like what I would say in certain situations. But I want to say before that, kind of preface it, is I believe that like it's okay, like in evangelism, as we're preaching and talking to folk, that sometimes it's better to not know the answer than it is to know it, because we don't want to teach dependency on us, right? We want to push dependency on Him, the one who actually has all the answers. And so sometimes when we say I don't know, but maybe let's go to God, let's pray, let's see if God will answer that question that's on our hearts. That's way more powerful than if we just gave the answer or gave like a cheap answer. And so I want you to feel empowered to say, I don't know. That's interesting. Let's go to the Lord about it. And know that is a profound approach to evangelism. But yeah, anyways, I wanted to talk to one of the questions. I had this conversation with a guy not too long ago, and he was a believer, and he was just asking me a question like, man, what will happen if I encountered somebody? What's your stance or a good answer to like same-sex marriage? And I feel like, man, a lot of us, like, that's a tougher question. Like that's a deeper, that's going to cause a deeper response, right? Like than some like surface level conversation. Like man, like if somebody's asking you about that, if you're in a conversation like that, yeah. So I wanted to talk through that. And I'm not going to give you like I'm not going to be able to answer every question that comes around that topic, but I can, what I can do is go through like the original intent of marriage, the original intent, and what God says about it, what God, God established marriage, right? And so we can go to the beginning, and a lot of times with questions like this, like you want to go to the beginning or the end of a thing, right? And so with this one, I would say let's go to the beginning. And so what happened? So God created everything, and it was good, right? Like everything was good for the first 6 days, and then all of a sudden He says something's not good. What was the first thing that He said was not good? It was for man to be alone, right? And so God causes Adam to fall asleep, and then He pulls from his side, right? Not his head, not his foot. He pulls from his side, right? And we always say a rib, but it doesn't necessarily say a rib. He just says he pulls from his side and He creates a woman. And so now there was something, there like Adam was whole. He was 100%, and he was split in half, right? He was split. Like God took something out of him that no longer exists in man, but now only exists in woman. And marriage is the only time that those things come back together. Right, this is the only thing that survived the fall of man. Right, this is the only thing that we get from paradise, that we get from the garden, is marriage. And so it just doesn't work. Or marriage, there's no such thing as two men coming together or two women coming together, because they can't fulfill what God originally intended. The original intent was to bring back what was lost from the beginning, and that is men and women coming together, forming this union, and then Jesus is the third piece of that, and now you have this perfect union, right? This union that is supposed to represent the union that we're supposed to have with the Lord, and so, like, that is my understanding of that, and so when we are faced with that kind of conversation, to have that in the back of our mind, like the original intent of marriage, the original like design of it, I think will help us answer some of the questions that are posed to us, and kind of around that area. And so I hope that was an encouragement to you. And please listen, if you have other questions that you want to talk through, and kind of get to the beginning or get to the end of it, that you're like, man, like, I know as soon as I go out, I'm gonna get asked this question and I have no idea what to say. Like, let's talk through it. And no, you can always say, I don't know. I want to learn that. Let's go to the Lord with it. But also, if you want like a solid response, maybe the Lord will give me some wisdom on how to answer that as well. And so, put those questions out there. That's awesome. Nikki said that she just talked to somebody about this. That's so cool. And so, yeah, thank you, Pastor G. And I hope this is an encouragement to you. Have an amazing Friday. Live missional. Live out there. Let Jesus be seen in you today. All right. Love you guys. Peace.